kind of liked holding the mic last week. Like, I really liked holding... Wait, is it time to go? Yeah. Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of the Earbones podcast, the only podcast that broadcasts directly from a different universe in the Marvel multiverse every single week, except for last week because it was WrestleMania. I'm Brand the Ears.
I'm Stick the Bones.
And today we are broadcasting, because it is episode 112?
It is 112.
Because 111 would have been last week, even though it was a special.
It was a special, so it's 112.
Are we still counting 112?
Yeah, let's just keep going.
Can we? Because I got 112 written down.
We can do 112.
Okay.
Looks like we do more.
It's 112, so then there's no Earth 112, so I got Earth 1012. And it's also we're back to X-Men Millennial Visions 2000. But when I went on the wiki, and granted, I feel like a piece of shit for not doing it. The wiki, it says Earth 1012, tells you what issue it was in, but then it says history of this universe is unknown.
Oh. So
I just opened the book and I read it, and it's the Jim. By the way, it's the Jim Starlin created universe from X-Men Millennial Visions 2000.
Yeah, we're still on that.
And it's the universe is titled Back to School, and I feel like I should have just, because in that book, you remember, it was just like typed up universes.
Yeah.
I should have just typed it in and like added something to the world, as opposed to just let it go and it's still saying that.
Yeah.
But the old X-Men, it's the year 2028, and by the way, when that was written, it was 2000, so it had been 28 years after that. The old X-Men, meaning old Cyclops, old Beast, old Nightcrawler, I believe, old Iceman. There's a boom in the population, and there's more mutants everywhere. There's tons more mutants. So the government asks them to help the mutants deal with their powers. So they say, yeah, Professor X did it, we can do it too. And they get overrun. Like they can't handle the teenagers, they can't go back, they can't handle it, so they just give up and they go and look for another villain to defeat because it's easier than going back to high school.
I mean, probably. I could see that.
And the picture is like somebody with like heat vision melting Iceman, and like these kids like chasing Cyclops with a big gut around, and then Beast is an old dude with a beard just Jesus mosquito.
Sorry, no, it was weird. I don't want to talk about it. Something weird came out of my mouth.
Oh, okay. Well, that's where we are. That's all I have. Got any new for me?
Went to convention yesterday.
I saw what you bought.
Yeah, I got Journey Mystery 109.
I would have went if there was any wrestlers there.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Although I looked at autograph prices.
Stupid.
Wow. Sting wanted $65 for an autograph.
Oh, my God.
Angle and Booker T wanted $40 apiece, which I could have done.
Yeah.
I could handle that. But I saw the comic book men were there, too.
Were they?
Yeah, Walt Flanagan, Ming Chen, Brian Johnson, not Mike Zapsik, because I don't like him anyway.
Yeah,
But I would have wanted to just see Walt.
It was kind of last minute.
You could have got, I think they have a package, you get all their autographs for $30.
Really?
But what are you going to get them to sign? Your Journey to Mystery. There you go.
Yeah, that's exactly
it. Cover.
I love random covers on...
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have taken a book for them to sign. I just wanted to talk to Walt. I feel like Walt and I would get along.
I could see it. He seems like a fun guy.
Thank you, Captain Sarcasm. But this is our first comic week back, so I have a fuck ton of books that basically we're just going to use as an outline, meaning I'll put one, whether we talk about it or not, we'll see, but we may just use it for jumping off points, talk about other things, because there's a fuck ton of books, and we probably will not get through all of them.
Yeah, and we might as well get it out of the way.
We'll get through all of them, but we want to talk about
You want to talk about WrestleMania real quick?
Want to go over our picks, or just WrestleMania as a whole?
We can go over, we can weave them together, make a fine tapestry.
Well, due to a mistake on my part, as well as you not doing any research, you missed the pre-show.
Whoa. On me not doing any research?
Listen.
Pre-show starts at 7. Like, okay.
I meant the show started at 7, and this is also where you could have double-checked me, which is something I would have done, although I realized...
Brian wasn't sure. He's like, I don't think that's right. But I just disregard anything Brian says. So
see, Brian was right. And let's go with Brian won.
Yeah, you won,
Brian won. 8 right out of 13.
Yes.
Yeah, 8 out of 13, which is a fucking good average.
Considering one of them was a total throwaway, you never would have got.
How was it a throwaway?
The Andre the Giant Battle Royale?
Yeah, nobody got that one. Goddamn Mojo Rally. Fuck it.
No one would have got that.
But I have been referring to this WrestleMania as Depresselmania, which is the only thing it can be described as. I'm sure everybody knows, whether they're in wrestling or not, Undertaker broke kayfabe at the end, which basically signifies he's done. And the worst part about it is that, and I need to go back and watch it. Granted, I haven't watched it yet, but possibly one of his worst WrestleMania matches ever.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't good. There were botches left and right. I'll give it to Reigns though. He did all he could. Like Reigns wasn't at fault here. Reigns was not at fault. I don't think Undertaker had the ability to compete.
No, he didn't. And Reigns certainly carried the match the best he could. Everyone will hate him for it.
Oh, did you after WrestleMania? I don't know if you know any of this. After WrestleMania, it was on their Snapchat where he's standing like in front of the empty arena holding a towel, and he said, "I did what I was going to do. I'm a man of my word," and that was it. And in my head, I'm like, "That's a fucking heel move. I don't care if it's Snapchat or not. That's a good heel move." The next night, you know how the night after on Raw is always the most ruckus crowd?
Yeah.
He comes out. His music. Well, first off, the show's opening up with an Undertaker chant that goes on for 5 minutes. Everybody's just chanting Undertaker, like the whole crowd. Then it shifted into "Fuck you, Reigns." Reigns' music hit. He comes into the ring. They're chanting "Fuck you, asshole! Please leave now! Fuck you, Reigns! Reigns sucks!" Just all the good ones. And Reigns is just standing in the ring, and he's looking around. He wipes his chest off a couple times. He'll bring the mic up. They start booing and chanting something else. He pulls it down. 11 minutes. He didn't say a word. He just let them chant whatever they wanted, and like would bring the mic up. And as soon as they start chanting, he'd put it down, brush himself off, just stand there, look around. Eventually, after like 11, 12 minutes, pulls the mic up, and says, "This is my yard now." Drops the mic, walks out.
Wow.
I haven't seen heat like that in fucking decades. Maybe since Sarge turned on the country. I know. I mean, Triple H had a lot of heat in like 2000, 2001, like a lot.
Yeah.
Real bad. This is the most heat I've ever seen when I'm actively watching.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm be honest with you, if he turns into this super heel, I'm fucking on board. What I saw, him out there, like controlling, he had him in the fucking palm of his hand. Anything he wanted him to do, he had him. He had him. You know the famous wrestling reporter Dave Meltzer?
Yeah.
He said, if you guys honestly don't want rain, stay quiet. He's like, you guys booing is making Vince McMahon billions of dollars.
Yeah?
Because the worst thing in wrestling is indifference. It's the worst thing. If you come out and nobody cares, that's it. But Reigns getting booed and embracing it and becoming that heel I saw, holy fuck.
They have to make him a super heel. They have to.
It looks like it's happening. And that, on Raw, honestly, it was magic. The first bit of Raw was magical. I fucking loved it.
He should kind of like, I don't mean this like as literal as I'm about to say, but kind of become like kind of Undertaker.
I think he either needs to do what he did Monday night, which is where don't have a promo. Like, that's it. Just fuck everybody. You don't have to talk. You don't have to talk to them.
And that's good for him.
Or get a mouthpiece. Bring Paul Heyman in. Let Paul Heyman be his mouthpiece.
That'd be cool.
That would work. Paul Heyman's a fucking genius. Paul Heyman, and they could connect it by saying, I managed the only two people to ever defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Like, that's what I do.
That'd be amazing.
It'd be fucking great. Running down the card, Neville retained, which I got right. You got right, too. I don't know why you guessed Neville.
Because you got to really point your nose.
SmackDown Women's title, we all got... No, I got it right. I knew Naomi was going to win. Raw Tag Team Ladder Match, the fucking return to the Hardys, which bothers me a bit now because Matt tweeted on like the day after they came back on Raw and said something along... And he was still like in Broken Hardy character a little bit, but he said... the ovation that we got at splendid WrestleMania may have contained my condition.
Oh.
And then it said, if it can be contained.
Ooh.
But now there's like little allusions to saying that Matt Hardy is savage. So it looks like we may get a savage Matt Hardy, which is a way to escape the lawsuit and still have the character.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But I just wish they'd pull the trigger on it. I mean, if we have to deal with Team Extreme, and I'm fine with Team Extreme for now. I'm fine with that. They can do that. Let Team Extreme be the champs for a while. Let them go over to SmackDown win those titles as well or something. I don't care. But Jeff can go do his own thing because Jeff can still perform in the ring. He's still amazing in the ring. Matt is not that active anymore in the ring, but his personality and his gimmick can get over so well it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So let them be Team Extreme, win the belts, break them up on different shows, and that's when we can hopefully get Broken Matt. But if we have to settle for Savage Matt, which is similar, I'll take it, whatever. But they're back in where they belong, so that's great.
Yeah, that was a great...
Honestly, moment of the night.
Yeah.
Period. Moment of the night.
Certainly the highlight.
IC title match was on the pre-show. Ambrose retained.
That
U.S.
was a
title
really
match.
boring match.
U.S. title match. Jericho versus Owens. Owens won. Obviously, we all knew Owens was going to win. Raw Women's title. You're the only one that called it with Bayley retaining. in what can only be called as a weird ending. Like all the matches that night, all the matches.
Oh,
had
I
weird
just had a
endings.
weird ending.
Cena and Nikki versus Miz and Maurice, which I still don't understand. But the next night on the night on SmackDown, like Tuesday night on SmackDown, Cena's music hits and Miz comes out full Cena dress, does the whole entrance. Maurice comes out like Nikki does the spin and everything. They get in the ring and he just starts doing his Miz gimmick or his Cena gimmick, saying like, "You cannot say first rolls is how Cena are. No, you cannot say Cena sucks." The whole chant shouts Cena sucks. It's fucking great.
Oh man.
Then he talks about how they're leaving. They're going to Hollywood. They're leaving. And then he's like, "No more Cena!" They all fucking start chanting while he walks out. And then there's a violinist on the ramp, starts playing a violin. Shinsuke comes out. Shinsuke made his main roster debut,
I heard that.
which is what he needed. But he didn't wrestle. It ended with his entrance.
Oh?
He had a dark match with Dolph Ziggler, but he didn't wrestle, which I think adds a little bit of mystique to him. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, he's weird. Weird guy.
Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. We all picked AJ, which was a good match.
It's a good match.
Good match.
Better than
Shane missed a shooting star press, which is pretty amazing. Triple H versus Seth Rollins. We all picked Rollins. We knew that was going to happen. Decent match, but they didn't. They had the blueprint of the match too well done. They didn't. They didn't listen to what the crowd wanted, and they just stuck with what they were doing. They should have changed it up and went a little with the crowd energy rather than keep doing what they were doing. Undertaker versus Reigns. Already talked about that. Reigns won. Wyatt versus Randy Orton. I loved that Bray Wyatt can use a projector. I'm a fan of that. I loved that whole thing, but Orton wins. I don't know why. And then Goldberg versus Lesnar, when Lesnar won after taking him to Suplex City. And Goldberg actually, they didn't even give Goldberg time on Raw to say he's done for a while. He did it on like their post-show radio interview.
Really?
Yeah.
Must not want to pay him.
I don't know.
Something.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's under a Legends contract.
Oh, okay.
An active Legends contract. So, but that was Mania. It ended with Undertaker taking off his jacket, his gloves, his hat, laying him in the middle of the ring. Got out of the ring, kissed his wife, and then walked up to the ramp. It was fucking depressing as shit.
His exit was longer than his entrance.
Let's all get ahead of ourselves.
It was okay. I think as a whole, I don't know. It really didn't.
It was really long. The Pitbull performance was shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewatch the matches like a piece from each other, not like linked together, so I can get a better feel of if they were a good match or not.
And no problem with the venue or anything. I'm just saying maybe watch the match without it stopping every couple minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
It was more for the company.
Yeah.
And the food.
It was the stream was not well. My stream did not do well.
And so maybe it'll make the flow a little better for some of them.
Yeah, especially the Owens fucking Jericho match.
Yeah, still, again, all those endings were weird. They really, I feel like the last 2 minutes of the match is sped up so much and just.
And I wonder if it has something to do with the crowd though, because the crowd wasn't into the false finishes at all.
Yeah.
If there was a false finish and there was a 1-2, the crowd wasn't fucking or they weren't excited about it either way, which was a little bothersome.
That RKO out of nowhere to beat Bray just wasn't good. It
wasn't really out of nowhere.
Yeah,
it was just an
you're
RKO.
right.
It just happened.
It was just weird. I mean, out of nowhere, I don't know. It was weird. But I don't know. Not the best. But
it was an okay Mania. I'm going to rewatch some of the matches. You want WrestleMania to be the thing that you look back on and say, wow, that match at WrestleMania was amazing. And I don't think any of them did that.
No. The production value was on point, though.
The production value was on point, and the spectacle was there. But just some of the matches, most of the matches fell short.
Yes, definitely. I
So
agree.
look forward for Payback. There's already a few matches confirmed for Payback. We have Owens versus Jericho. It's Jericho's last event he's doing before he leaves to go with Fozzy again. And that's all I know for now with Payback.
Well, we'll get there.
We'll get some books. Curse Words #3, and I'm absolutely loving this book. Wizard lost his powers, so his beard. He's wearing a fake beard now because when you're a wizard, if you don't have a beard, it means you don't have powers. So he's wearing a fake beard, so people still think he has powers. Ruby, I can't remember her name, Red Ruby, something like that. She made a sword out of this giant ruby, or magically put it together. And now she's fucking crazy powerful. She's coming back to fight Wizard, who. Here, listen to this fucking thing. Mm-hmm. He lost his magic, but his koala Margaret said there's still magic in the world, and she took him to see Titanic. And as he's watching it, he feels the magic of it, and it gives his gem staff a little magic. And she's like, see, there's still magic in the world. He goes, I feel it. I feel the magic. So like now they're on their this adventure to go like find more magic in the world.
So just watch more movies.
I think that might be what's happening. But I thought that was fucking great.
That is pretty good.
This, and I don't know if anybody's going to enjoy how I, phrase this. This honestly reminds me a lot of Commandy. Because it's something that, and I don't mean like the actual story or the character. I mean the way the book is. Because when Commandy was out back then, if you read anything else that was coming out during its time, it's different. And it's new and it seems just wild. That's how I feel about this. It's different. It's wild. There's things going on that we can't really always explain, but they make sense still. And I really do enjoy it. I really love this book. Ringside. This is one we're just going to briefly. It just came back. I'm not 100% familiar with what was happening. There's a mob thing going on, and somebody's framing somebody to keep a picture of him. In the ultimate heel move, he wanted to make a deal, and the guy said, all right, go, get a picture of me, put it in a frame on your desk, you look at it every day to call me and tell me you're looking at it. Fucking ultimate real-life heel move.
Yeah, I apologize. Brand literally has every book that I don't have, so.
I have a lot of books. And I read more that I don't have. Like, I read books at the shop that I also don't have.
You're a madman.
Reborn issue 3.
Reborn?
We find out that something happened. The dog's still alive. Don't know how that happened. And she guesses that his wife is the bad person, but I think it's going to end up being her husband is the bad person. They're still looking for a husband. I don't know. It's Mark Millar writing for a fucking movie still, so I don't know. I like it. I do like it, but it feels like a movie.
I like that name, Millar.
Wonder Woman number 19. Is this cover you have?
Yes.
God damn it. It's because I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a choice. We only had one cover come in, and the other cover came in this week.
Really?
And I didn't get a chance to pick last week.
I didn't read this.
This is still the truth.
Is that
The Bison guy is involved, and the girl with the no face.
Oh, is it? Okay.
She gets out of the psych ward in this one. I guess I don't know what happened. She realizes she's herself again. I don't know. They lied to what's her name, Cheetah.
Cheetah.
Is that her? Is that her name, Cheetah? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what her real name is.
Doctor something. But she's hungry again, and she's like, "You told me I wouldn't be hungry." Whatever. I don't know. I'm feeling a disconnect to this book. I think after Truth and God Watch, if they keep the same characters in both storylines, and I don't mean Wonder Woman and Trevor and the core. I mean like if you base both of them around Cheetah, it's still confusing for me, and I think the other story when I'm reading it, it's a disconnect for me. I don't think the book's going anywhere. I'm just not enjoying it as much as I could, because I don't think Wonder Woman's not one of the books going up to $3.99.
Yeah, it's weird having the past Cheetah and the future Cheetah when she's not Cheetah, or
and at one point she was not Cheetah in both of them, and now she's Cheetah in both of them.
Yeah, it's strange.
Doom Patrol number 5. A little bit of sad news about Doom Patrol is it's being delayed. No, wrong. It's being postponed, put on the back burner, because the delays have been, I guess, too long. So they said we're just going to take a break from it. Worst case scenario is we got 5 issues of some fucking crazy shit that I couldn't understand to anybody. I will recommend it to everybody in the world. I could not, goddamn.
You can go back and read it and try to figure out what the hell happened.
I could. By the way, that's what I'm. We'll get to another book, but I'm gonna have to read all 5 of these together to get a full grasp of it. Not being a guy who really read Doom Patrol a lot, or at all. I read a few like old issues of Doom Patrol here and there.
Are they even related though? I feel like
it's all the same characters.
It's the same characters, but I feel like this is like batshit crazy, whereas old Doom Patrol was like...
Old Doom Patrol made more sense, and then I guess Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol was crazy also.
That's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, and I heard it was crazy also. So I think this is kind of taking that from that.
Picked up some issues of that, didn't you, somewhere?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, at Indiana.
Yeah.
Up in Indiana. But I've enjoyed it. I just can't 100% explain to you what the hell is happening. Mother Panic, number 5. I did not go back and read the last issue again. Sorry, Mercy.
I was just going to say. I was going to bring her up, but
reading this, I'm actually going to open it because I do remember enjoying it, but I don't remember what happens. Oh, her mother is now hanging out with like a rat man. I don't know.
Oh, just hanging out with a rat man.
And the guy who she thought she had a lot in common with was ready to like kill a kid, so they're not friends anymore. That's basically Mother Panic 5 in a nutshell.
Oh, egg in my face.
I like it though. I like this book. Although again, I feel like if I read it all together, it would make more sense. Even though it makes more sense than most of the other ones put together, the Young Animal books. Detective 953. And by the way, I saw a lot of speculation on this book. Like people buying like 5 issues of this cover.
Why?
I don't know. Did you read this?
Yeah, I read it.
And what happened in it? Remind me.
I believe everyone gets taken down somehow. Batwoman gets stabbed because they infiltrate the base. Clayface gets ripped apart.
I remember that. Yes.
It ends up with Orphan fighting her mother at the end,
Shiva.
but not fighting back.
Yes. This was a good issue.
It was good.
It's a really good issue.
Oh, and Alfred gets... Batman thinks Alfred gets taken, but he shows up at the Batcave, and I think Ra's al Ghul's there.
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul was there, yes. He's like the... Is he the orchestrator of it all then?
I think...
Orphan and Batman fighting this.
Yeah. Batman gets his ass kicked. Well, he doesn't fight back, really. But
yeah, Orphan kicks his ass, though.
I'm thinking Ra's doesn't want Shiva doing this. So he's going to go on Batman's side to stop her. That's what I'm thinking.
You think that's what's going to happen?
Yeah.
We do get a little bit of more backstory of how Orphan was treated by her dad, though.
Yeah.
Just like absolute
Weird.
trash. Absolute garbage.
Weird.
Who's the big dude with Ra's al Ghul?
I don't know. It's like some...
I've never seen him before.
I mean, neither. I feel like we probably should know who he is. Maybe he showed up...
It's Bane.
I just say it's Bane, right? But now I don't know who it is. It's Bruce Wayne.
I mean, it would make sense if Lex was with him, that dude, because then it'd be fucking Trinity. What's going on in Trinity? Uncanny Inhumans number 20. Yes. We find out in here that the whole plan that Maximus had to create Terrigen, it goes through it, and I got to show you this. It's actually, it was good. It's a good issue. It's a good wrap up to this Uncanny Humans, 20 issues of it, by the way. Nice little run. But as he's in there making the Terrigen, it shows them like... It shows the days go by with Triton and Lineage like playing cards together, watching TV, like just hanging out. And then he comes out, he says, "I'm done." And they go in, and he basically built like a giant sentinel.
Oh, yeah?
And they're like, "What are you doing, Maximus?" He goes, "Well, I figured if I just made the Terrigen, I mean, that's not something mad to do." He's like, "I'm mad. So I made a big robot." And then this giant thing comes to attack. It's if you remember, he married the old king of the Inhumans to that one fish person at the bottom of the sea.
I remember.
They bring him up, and he's controlling this giant thing with all the fish people, and then wants to fight them. So they get the robot out there to fight him. But they realize that during this fight, they impale the guy, the old king, and if you recall, the king would eat Terrigen.
Yeah.
And then he could have any powers he wants.
Mm-hmm.
So they impale him on a Terrigen sword. And Maximus is like, what did we power this with? And then the guy's like, "Oh, Terrigen." He's like, "Oh, boy." So then he turns to you and starts ripping people apart. Though Maximus takes, mind control of whoever he wants. Eventually takes mind control of him because his brain's weak. Shoots off all his power into the sky. This fucking book was great. At the end, he comes up with a plan to save the day. And then we have like the epilogue where it's Black Bolt and Medusa talking about what happened and about what the future is, how she's not the queen anymore.
Her hair looks freaky in that.
Why?
It just I've never seen a back like that. Like
Really?
windswept. Wow, that's cool.
And then they toast to the future, and Colin Bunn has a great letters page in the back of this. He writes a letter saying, not Colin Bunn, Charles Soule. Charles Soule says about how when he pitched the Inhumans being a larger part of the Marvel Universe, he thought he was going to get laughed at, and they told him to go for it. And then they told him, "Hey, make this something." And he said that's very rare, especially in one of the big companies nowadays where they let you do things.
Yeah.
He's like, and I think I did a lot. And if you look at what he did over the time, Reader, ISO, all these Nausea, all these new Inhumans, and all these great Inhumans, and all this new story, and all this new stuff we get, I can't wait for the future. I hope Al Ewing picks up and does it well. Mm-hmm. He's doing Ultimates too well. We'll get there. But
yeah, apparently I'm on Royals, so.
Hey, read the first issue. You might love it.
Yeah.
Unworthy Thor number 5. And it's true, like Kurt Angle would say. It's damn true. We finally find out what the unspoken has said to Thor
Now,
on the moon.
I think I know what it is. I think I heard it somewhere, but I'm not sure.
What was it?
Is it that there's another hammer?
Nope.
Okay.
And by the way, when you heard that the first time, that was me. I thought we found out.
Oh, that was you lying to me.
I thought we found out. Remember? Because I told you, I said, oh, no, we found it out already.
Man, I thought I got it from a reliable source.
No.
Well, okay, so tell me. I got to know.
We find out what's right. By the way, we'll just go back into the story. Everybody's trying to get the ultimate hammer. Thanos' Blackguard, or whatever they're called, is there trying to get it for him. The Collector still wants to keep it for himself. Thor is fighting everybody. Sorry, the unworthy Odinson is fighting everybody off. And he finally gets the hammer, puts his hand down to grab it. Doesn't grab and says, no, it's not my hammer. And walks away. Doesn't touch it, doesn't do anything. Picks his fucking axe up and walks away.
Nice.
After somehow getting Asgard back, like he steals it back somehow, and he still has the dog. Remember the Hellhound?
Yeah.
That's now his pet. He's with him all the time.
Oh,
now.
that's awesome.
Badass. But we discover what was said. And when they're on the moon, and Nick Fury whispers in his ear, and he says, Gore was right. Now, I don't remember exactly.
Like Al Gore?
No, G-O-R. I don't remember when exactly you hopped on G-O-R-R. I don't exactly remember when you hopped on the first, when Jason Aaron was writing Thor. It took me a while to convince you to get on it, did it not? When it was young Thor, old Thor, and current Thor. Remember?
Yeah.
Jason Aaron's first run on Thor.
Yeah, but when he went up against that God Butcher? Was that what
Gore is the God Butcher.
Okay. So what did Gore say?
The reason Gore was murdering the gods because he said they were full of themselves. They were unworthy of being gods. Gods are just people. Let me read because the way that it's phrased is actually perfect. But it made Thor question himself as a god, and that's what made him unworthy.
Okay.
That's why he dropped the hammer because he said Gore was right, and that's when he thought about it, and he's like, oh, maybe I am, and that's why he became unworthy. Let me find out exactly where it is because it was fucking great. Where is it? Okay, it must be a little further back. Okay, this is not
Jason Aaron for doing all this with unworthy Thor and Thor.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. We're getting there. God damn it. Wish I would have had.
Talk about
this.
dead air.
Wish I would have had. Hey, I'm still talking, so it's not that dead.
Just talking to yourself.
It's fucking awful, though. Oh, by the way, I think I showed you this, or at least told you about it. You remember years ago, I tweeted something to Jason Aaron.
Yeah, about Thanos.
I said, hey, Hela's basically the death embodiment in Asgard. Why don't we get a Thanos and Hela story arc, something along that line? And he tweeted back to me, that sounds really interesting. Might make it happen. Well, in this, the Blackguard are reporting to Thanos, telling him that they couldn't get the hammer. Hela shows up, and they start making out.
Nice.
That fucking beautiful son of a bitch. I need a writing credit on this.
He made your dreams reality.
He did, but I also need a writing credit. I demand a writing credit. Don't demand it, because it's fucking magical. I love seeing it. And even if it's not true, even if this was planned years in advance, like even before I said something, I should write for Marvel. Judging by this. But it was fucking great.
I mean, he probably had it planned. He probably had a whole storyboard there looking at it while you're tweeting.
Where the shit is it?
Did you make this up again?
Oh, here it is. This is where he said Gore was right. And then he's talking to Beta Ray Bill about it. And Beta Ray Bill said, Gore, the God Butcher? And he said, he was right about what? And Thanos said about everything. Gods are vain and vengeful creatures, always have been. The mortals who've worshipped us for centuries would all be better off without us. We gods do not deserve their love, no matter how much we fight to fool ourselves. We are all unworthy. And that's what made him question it and, give it up.
That's pretty good. I can live with that.
But
what?
At the end, the hammer, the Ultimate Thor hammer is still there. And a person comes into the screen talking to the hammer saying, I heard your call and I've come even though I don't know why one such as I could possibly be chosen. The things I've seen, these realms so consumed by blood and fire, the horrors, they've changed me. Someone must stop them. There are other Thors I know more worthy than I could ever be, but right now the realms need a new kind of Thor, a much different breed of Thor, one who understands what's Yes, you see it too, don't you? Now the time for War Thor.
War Thor.
Yeah. By the way, could Jason ever make a more harder thing to fucking say?
War Thor.
War Thor.
War Thor.
So, coming soon is a saga of the all-new Ultimate Thor, which will be War Thor, but we don't know who it's going to be.
It's Loki.
I don't think it's... I mean, if you fucking called it, better fucking tweet out Jason Aaron real quick.
Yo, J.A.
Okay, nobody's ever called him J.A. I can't confirm that.
Well,
I cannot confirm
You're
that.
not friends with him like me.
But this book is fucking great. By the way, that cover is badass.
That
too.
is badass cover.
The Unworthy Thor's miniseries, I may double dip it and trade. I loved it that much.
That's
I
understandable.
say that for a lot of books and I never do it. I'm picking up the Archie trades. That's a fact.
I'll go here. Hulk #4. I read this a couple weeks ago. Don't really remember what happens. I'm pretty sure at the end she shows up to Maggie. Is that girl's name who was getting kicked out of the apartment? I don't think it was Maggie, but the whole girl she took
Wish
on
I
the
could help
case
you.
for. What?
Wish I could help you.
Yeah, it's okay. She shows up at her apartment and she's like, "You were gonna help me. I'm still getting kicked out. You know, you failed me." And that big monster comes and starts beating the shit
Who's
out
the
of
monster?
Jen. We don't know yet.
It's still in the shadows.
That was the last page.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. I think they do show it.
It's Loki, isn't it?
No.
It's Dr. I was talking myself unconscious.
You're right.
It's Dr. Bong, isn't it?
I wish it was Dr. Bong. I'd be in. Oh, God. Oh, God. Butterfinger.
It's Venom.
Oh.
It's definitely Venom. Still in the shadows?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it is. It's just like a full junk. It's just junk.
It's just junk. So it's Warlock
Might be.
as a bad guy.
What the fuck's her name? Maisie. Maze? M-A-I-S-E? Maise?
M-A-I-Z-E.
M-I-A-S... No.
M-A-I-Z-E, like the corn.
Yeah. Exactly.
Next up, we have Ultimates 2. And I opened this up because I need to show you what's going on here. First off, it took me 3 issues to realize what's going on in this. They're bringing back the new universe characters, all of them.
Oh, yeah?
Justice is a main character in this.
Oh, God.
And when he fights, he says, sword, shield, sword, shield, sword, shield. But he's fucking great. Like, the way he's written in this is great. Spitfire's involved. Spitfire's back. Like, from New Universe, codename Spitfire.
Oh, my God.
But they're not in here as such a way that you can almost even compare them. Because I'm going to show you Justice, and it took me a while, even though he kind of looks like it a little bit.
Didn't they try this before to bring back New Universe?
Oh, I don't think this bad. I don't think this way. But, like, Justice wears this little... You see he even has, like, the...
Yeah.
It's kind of similar.
Yeah.
But his story is great. He's, like, an old military guy. But look at some of this art. And this is why it's on such a grand scale. Like,
that's
it's
badass.
fantastic, some of the shit that's going on.
That's awesome.
And America's leading the team, and she's fucking phenomenal. She's so good. Honestly, like, look.
Is that Galactus' corpse?
That is Galactus. He was the life bringer in this for a while. I sent you the thing of, was it, the Living Tribunal got murdered by Chaos and Order, and then Chaos and Order combined to make that new superpower celestial being.
Yeah.
In order to make the power vacuum back to normal, to like the level of hierarchy, they changed Galactus back from the Lifebringer to what he used to be. So it looks like that's what that is.
Oh, okay, I see.
And then if you see Eternity is still prisoner.
Oh, that's badass.
This book is fantastic. This is what a cosmic book needs to be. And then you have this new character, I am the first Firman, and soon I will be the last. Which it looks like, I don't know, it's fucking wild, man. This reminds me of a Jim Starlin, like, cosmic book. Because it's on such a high scale, it's on such a large scale. Super crazy shit's going on. By the way, I've also fallen in love with Blue Marvel based on this.
Blue Marvel, you like him?
He's really good.
Yeah, he's interesting.
He's fighting this guy, but the guy ended up besting him because he goes into like his own universe to fight him. It's really interesting.
Oh, is that Miss Marvel?
Yes, it is.
Nice. I can't remember her name. Monica?
Spectrum? Monica Rambeau. She goes by Spectrum.
Yeah.
I think in this book there's actually... Oh, right there it is. She says to Captain Marvel, so is it my turn to be Captain Marvel again? Which is really good. But there's just so much interesting new things going on in this. I really, really like this book. And you didn't know I was on this because the first 4, wrong. 2, 3, and 4 are in my bin that I read but haven't bought yet. But I've brought one here when I read 1.
Oh, so you just slacking, brother.
Yeah, I read them, but I haven't purchased them yet. They're in my bin.
What a garbage person.
God Country 1, 2, and 3 are in my bin. Haven't purchased yet.
Well, I get that.
Why?
I don't know. What was that? What was that one with the guy with the tree?
What tree?
Oh,
Groot.
No. It was
Nameless.
No, it was in. There's a tree, and you could put that guy's face in a deep fryer, or his hands. Put the gun in a deep fryer. Remember what I'm talking about?
Punisher?
No, it was in Indy, and he goes to town. Might have been about a football coach.
Southern Bastards?
Yeah. Whatever happened to that?
When I dropped all my books, I dropped that, and then I never got back on it.
You should look into that.
We can't go over this yet.
Why?
Action 976.
Did I have to read it?
It's the Superman Reborn storyline, Part 4, with Mixel Pitalick.
Oh boy. You want to wait till next week?
Yeah, we can't go over this yet because of you.
Because of me, I'm too far from the sidewalk. Okay, well, I'll read.
Because you were the one that was so hard about the Superman issue.
I don't know if hard's the word you want to use.
Yeah, you were hard on it.
Maybe bent.
You were hard on it.
Pretty bent on it.
So, I don't know. I'm not bringing mine back. Actually, here, you can look at my cover, though. I love my cover. Okay, we're done. WWE number 3. Seth Rollins, great cover. We're still talking about Seth Rollins. I still love how they mix the kayfabe with I love everything about this book. If you're a WWE fan in the least, read this. And I mean, probably more of a current WWE fan because it's all about like the current wrestlers. If you're a current fan of the product, read WWE, and especially because I don't want it to go anywhere. Dennis Hopeless is the real deal writing this. You could tell he's a wrestling fan. You could tell he loves it. And I think Acuna's doing David Acuna. David cannot be his first name. I know it's Acuna. If it's David, I'm gonna feel super smart. Nope, way off. Serge Acuna. I am sorry. I'm sorry for thinking it was David. Is there a David Acuna?
That sounds really familiar.
I know there's an Acuna Matata. Does he play into this at all?
He might.
Fool Killer number 5, last issue of the series. It's a nice mini. Max Bemis did some nice things with it. I really do appreciate it. Reggie and Me number 4. Yes, Reg. His whole plan to get Moose to beat up Archie did not work. And it's a brilliant plan. Vader is starting to doubt him, like saying, "Oh, maybe Reg isn't the nicest guy in the world." He's like, "I still love him. He still saved me." Vader is his dog, who's the narrator.
Yeah.
And at the end of this, Reg is just like too caught up in his thing, and Vader just wants to play with him. Like Vader's just like jumping around, and because the whole book is Reg doing this stuff, and Vader's like, "I just want him to start caring about the stuff that matters, like fetching and eating scraps off the ground." And like it was just like Vader. You feel for Vader so much, and you connect with Vader so much, and then Vader's just trying to play with him at the end. And Reg says, "Get out of here, Vader!" And Vader runs into traffic and gets hit by a car.
Oh God!
Yeah,
I wasn't ready for that.
No, imagine reading it and connecting with this dog, and then that happens.
Oh, bro.
So 5 is the last issue of this mini, but I really hope Vader's not
God.
dead. I really hope Vader's not dead.
Jesus Christ, man! Warn people. Fuck.
Occupy Avengers number 5. Really liking it. It's a solid book. They found a town that has something. Oh, they're all Skrulls. There's the spoilers.
What an asshole.
Jughead Jones has the hunger. This is a one-shot about Jughead being a werewolf, which is fucking great. And if you read this, because it's like a different universe, I mean, personally, I thought of Riverdale. So when I was reading this, I thought of this storyline being told on Riverdale, and it's people are just disappearing. People are just getting murdered, slaughtered. Nobody knows what's going on. And then one night, he kills Dilton, just murders him on the street, wakes up with his arm in the bed and like blood all over him. But Archie saw it happen, and Archie, like, he goes over to talk to Archie, and Archie's like, "I know," because he was going to tell Archie what happened. It was the first time he actually remembered it happening and everything. And Archie's like, "I know, I saw it happen." And then he's like, "We got to figure out how to make this work." Archie doesn't care that it happens.
Yeah,
he just wants to
killed a
make
man
it work
in front of me. But
as that's happening, Betty comes and just starts beating the shit out of Jughead, trying to kill him. Pulls a gun on him, and says, "I've been hunting your kind for decades."
She's a werewolf hunter.
Yes.
Betty the werewolf hunter.
Jughead's family lineage has been lycanthropy the whole way through it.
Betty the werewolf slayer.
And
That's
she is like talking about how she had to become friends of all of them just to hunt Jughead. Like she knew what he was, and that was the only reason she became friends with him. That's the only reason she moved to Riverdale. It was fucking awesome. It was great. And then at the end, they go to the botanical gardens of Riverdale and give him, what's the plant? Wolf's Bane? Is that a plant?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
And then it, like he fucking werewolfs out, and then like once he's about to hurt somebody, he dies down. They worked, I guess. And then the next night, by the way, this whole time, Reg is like picking on him. Like Reggie is picking on Jughead like he does everybody, just being an asshole.
Yeah.
And at the end of this, they go over to Jughead's house. Or no, wrong. Something happens, and yeah, they go over to Jughead's house, and he's gone. Jughead disappeared. He took off, and it's because he went over to Reg's house and murdered Reg,
Jesus.
and then takes off.
That's how the book ends?
Yeah,
Oh, that's badass.
great one shot. This is fantastic. I cannot wait to read the Sabrina one shot. I cannot wait to read the Archie's
Oh,
one
you better
shot.
let me read that Sabrina one shot. I'll do these both real.
1 second.
Oh my God! I'll do this. I'll do these real quick.
Are they the same?
Well, one's the annual. This is Batgirl number 9. This is Batgirl annual 1. In Batgirl 9, she's still dating the son of the Penguin. She thinks he's up to doing something fishy, so she breaks into either a mansion or a party, and she runs into the Penguin.
Where does she live? It's not in Gotham.
No, it's some.
Because if she was in Gotham, she'd be part of that detective group, wouldn't she?
Yeah,
Or is she too young?
No, I don't think she's
How old's Orphan?
younger than her.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say she's probably 14.
Orphan's only 14.
Yeah, that's what I would guess.
I just wanted to make sure.
No.
Does she live in? Does she live in a town with anybody like any other superheroes? Does she live in like the Flash's neighborhood?
No, I don't think there's anyone else.
She live near Arrow?
Maybe, right next to Starlin.
Jim.
Starlin Jim. Yeah.
Jim Starlin.
Yeah, the man himself. He's got his own town.
Jim Starlin.
Yeah,
I'm in.
it's probably a boring place. There's only
No, just fucking convoluted.
there's just 5 characters.
Not boring.
Just 5 people.
Convoluted. They're all fucking Magnus.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Anyway, it turns out Penguin wants to talk to her about something.
Is Penguin still like fat? Yep. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
thought.
He looks really good. The art in this is on point. It's annual. It's 2 stories. I didn't really care for the second story. I barely even read it. Don't care. The first story is great. Supergirl is having getting sidekick voices from her head from some person locked in Blackgate or something, or some high maximum thing. She goes to Batgirl for help. So they team up, they become friends, and they end up texting each other again and stuff. I don't know. It was a fun little team-up story. I mean,
Little romp.
yeah, it was. I mean, the annual was okay. It's a DC annual. They don't.
They're not inclusive.
Yeah, but
Galaxy of Brutality. Space Riders.
Mhm.
The art of this is the best. I love this art. Rangel? Oh, no, never mind. That's one name. Zirit Rangel might be the artist, or might be the writer, and then Junior Farrier? I gotta open this.
Junior Farrier.
Fuck.
Farrier.
Because I need to give credit to this artist, because it's fucking great. I love this art. I love this book. It's just fucking
It's so
brutal and wild.
pulpy.
It's very pulpy. It's very...
Which isn't a bad thing.
No, and they don't have a fucking page where it tells you who did anything. Nope. It says it here again. I don't know. Zirit Rangel and Junior Farrier, although that one doesn't have the comma, so it looks like Zirit Rangel, Junior Farrier is one word. Oh, hold on. Never mind. Let me go back. Does that comma on the front? That looks like a comma, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not. I'm going to say the names involved in this book are Zirit, probably the writer, Rangel Jr., probably the artist, and then Farrier, who's probably the colorist, letter, or something along those lines. Probably the colorist. By the way,
The
shout out to the
colorist killed
colorist.
it.
It's fucking
Yeah.
great. This book is fantastic.
Yeah.
I love the art, too, though. If I could get an original piece of art from this, it'd be amazing. But I'd need actually, I wouldn't even need a big page. This fucking shit's great. I love this book, though. I didn't read the original Space Riders. I guess this is a sequel. So I guess I got to hunt down Space Riders, but I still love the shit out of it, even though I wasn't sure what was going on.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 68. The Animal
Wait,
Mutants.
you read this?
Yeah, the Animal Mutants.
Hold on. When's the last time you read one of these?
A couple years ago.
What number?
Oh, probably 20s.
Holy shit.
It's been a while, but
So what made you want to read this?
I don't know. Just I got all my Ninja Turtle toys from my parents' house, and as flicking through. I'm like, I want to read some Turtles, so I got back on it. Mistake. I don't know. The mammal mutants need help from the Ninja Turtles to stop them from being hunted by this other weird mutant human
Mammals.
guy. It is something like that. It's like Manual Mutants or something. Manual Mutants? I don't know. It's something weird. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know.
WrestleMania 2017 special. I paid too much money for this, but it was really good. There's a story of Razor and Shawn Michaels' classic ladder match.
Razor Ramon.
A story of the great Chris Jericho against Triple H when he was the Undisputed Champion at WrestleMania.
I just watched that.
Great Daniel Bryan storyline in here about how everybody told him he was too small, and then he actually ended up winning.
It's me. Razor Ramon.
Great. All the stories in here were great. Great story about Owens and Jericho growing up together, and then they're destined to fight forever. Not Owens and Jericho. Owens and Sami Zayn.
I was going to say, they're like 20 years apart, aren't they?
They're destined to fight forever. It was just really good all around. I really enjoyed it, and because it came out at WrestleMania, I was in a WrestleMania mood, which allowed me to pay that much money for it.
Spider-Gwen 18 wraps up this story. Miles and her ends up just being friends for now. I'm going to let that
By the way, I'm sure that Archie's weeks old.
What?
That Archie that you have is weeks old.
Oh, it's not the new one?
No, because I would have had it here. Remember, that's the one I forgot 3 weeks ago.
Oh. Yeah, I thought the story was very familiar. Like, I thought you just told me about it. I didn't know we went over it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
I'll just move this out of the way.
Commandy Challenge number 3, Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner take their swing at it, where they get saved from falling off this cliff by like a submarine full of animals. I guess most people in the thing are other animals. Eventually,
Manimals.
something else happens. I enjoy this. But nothing. I don't really retain it because it seems fun to me, and I feel like I don't need to know what happened in this book to know the next one. I enjoy it when it goes along, but I feel like there were 3 or 4 times when they created a problem that they could have moved on to the next book, but then they solved it themselves and then went forward. So I feel like they were overdoing it a little bit.
Black Widow number 12. This felt like the wrap up to the series. Oh my god! Well, it ends up she takes down the mother.
You're hammered.
I'm thirsty. I'm a thirsty man. She takes down the mother. I can't think of her name, but the new leader of the Red Room, and she turns the girls against her. And then S.H.I.E.L.D. shows up. I'm like, hey, we forgive you. That's how that ended.
Booster Gold and the Flintstones was super, super fun. I really enjoyed it. Just a fun, and I overuse this word when I talk about books that are fun. Just a romp.
Just a romp.
Just a fun romp.
Good old romping in the hay.
Infamous Iron Man number 6. We go back and we have the generic scene that we see all the time about Reed and Doom arguing in class about who's smarter and who's going to do more in life, and may have fallen asleep during that. And
So we get it.
Can't really remember what happened after that. We have MODOK talking to the Wizard, and Wizard's like, "We're next." He already went after the Mad Thinker. He's after us next. He says, "Don't be dumb," and then Doom shows up, and then they fight, and then S.H.I.E.L.D. shows up. Don't know why, but like Reed and Doom's mom, Ultimate Reed and Doom's mom are like making out now.
Oh.
Don't know why, but if you recall, Doom was working with Director Hill, but she's not the director anymore. I guess Sharon Carter is now the commander of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Sharon Carter.
So she said, whatever deal you guys had is over. And then at the end, we have Riri Williams coming to check out what's going on. By the way, they fought in Pittsburgh in this. That's where they were fighting.
Really?
Yeah, it was in Pittsburgh. MODOK and the fucking Wizard are in Pittsburgh.
Just hanging out under UMPC.
But I enjoy this book. Bendis does some weird shit every once in a while, but I still enjoy it. Man-Thing number 2. Oh, my God. If you remember, last issue, he started fighting himself. All right?
And he was in a movie?
He was an actor, but then they kicked him out of the movie because he was deemed too grotesque.
Oh,
like
poor guy.
The focus group didn't work out. So then he's on the street, but he's still living. He has an apartment and everything, but he can talk and everything. He can vocalize. But then he gets attacked by himself, but the old version of himself, where he's just like grunting.
What the hell is this?
And crazy. This one, they continue the fight, and then that Man-Thing fuses with this one during their battle, and then they're transported back to the swamp. And then Man-Thing realizes when they became one, he still has his mental faculties, but then he tries to talk, and he can only grunt again. And he's like, I worked so hard to get where I was. I worked so hard to get my talking back. And then the woman who he was with before he became Man-Thing is there doing research trying to figure out if it's him. And he's trying to convince her that it's him, and she doesn't really trust him.
He was with a woman.
Yeah, before he was Man-Thing.
Oh.
He was a scientist, remember?
Okay, yeah, okay. Sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
catch that.
She's getting attacked by this giant crocodile. And when I say giant, I mean giant. Like a monster crocodile, which he fights. It was kind of like harkening back to his first appearance when he fought that huge alligator.
Mm-hmm.
Or crocodile. I guess crocodile.
I mean, you should get it right.
Yeah. Well, I think it's where the teeth are, right? I don't know anything about alligators. I don't know anything about alligators. But it's super sad. I'm more on board with R.L. Stine's version here, though. I'm more on board with it now that I know it's kind of a de-evolution, but he's still evolving and making more background to who the character is. So he has his mental faculties now, but he can't talk also. So it's going to be hard for him to vocalize and hard for him to get things across if he does want to do things. But I'm back on board. I like the art. I'm glad Man-Thing's in something, period.
I'm glad.
Inhumans Prime. Look at this fucking variant cover. That's fantastic. Don't remember what happened here. Give me a second. I kind of remember, but not 100% sure. Maximus did something. Karnak did something.
Maxima.
Oh, yeah. There's a little piece of Terrigen left that Maximus saved, and he gave it to the Unspoken so he would grow big and beat up the Inhumans who were there to fight him. As he's brain-controlling Triton, who attacks Karnak, and Karnak just puts him to sleep. Unspoken turns into this huge Minotaur thing to defeat Karnak, and Karnak's
maze.
And he asks, he says, "Where's my weakness then?" And Karnak says, "Oh, it's your eyes." He goes, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You shouldn't be looking here. You should be looking over there." And then you have all the Inhumans show up.
Oh, Karnak, you're winning.
And I mean all the Inhumans, like Moon Girl's there, and Miss Marvel's there, Iso's there, Lockjaw's a badass.
Where's the building guy?
Oh, no. No. Elrac? What's his name?
I don't know. That's why I
I
asked.
think it's Elrac. That's not Elric. Elrac. Ermac? That's not it either. But Black Bolt, is getting destroyed. Not getting destroyed, but he's getting fought. These are not words I'm trying to use.
Yeah,
he's getting beat up, and then all the Inhumans are talking to each other saying, he should scream, and then they're like, we're way too close. He'll destroy every one of us if he talks. But then we find, you remember Swain?
Yeah.
From Crystal Ship, who can block out psychic abilities just by being there.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's what cancels Maximus from controlling half of the young Inhumans, because that's what he does. He takes all the aged Inhumans have blocks against him, because they've dealt with him for so long.
Yeah.
But he can take control of all the young ones, all the new humans that don't have that block, and he fights the old ones with
That's
them.
really creepy.
What?
He's a creepy guy.
A little creepy. But she comes, blocks them all out. Maximus is now held in prison, talking about how he's his brother's keeper, and it's his job to go to say that he didn't kill Mommy and Daddy, because Black Bolt did kill their mom and dad accidentally. Maximus says, why would I let you catch me? So he has something going on. I don't know what's exactly happening. There's a lot of shit happening, but she puts Iso in charge, says she'll be the queen, and then she says, no, we're going to have democratic elections, which I told you about before.
Yes.
Oh, yes. What also happens is at the beginning of this, we have a guy just watching the news in a fucking spacecraft, and he's like, hold on, they don't know what it is. They don't know what Terrigen is yet. So then he goes down to Earth, and he meets Crystal outside of her hotel room and says, I'm Marvel Boy. Come with me. So Marvel Boy's back.
Oh.
And he's
Out of
here.
nowhere?
He's here to tell, I guess, because he's from the future or from a different timeline or something. And I guess Terrigen is going to be something that's actually readily available, and they haven't figured it out yet. So he's here to
Pepsi.
I hope not. If it is, it's Crystal Pepsi.
Oh.
But I like this issue, and I'm excited about the Inhumans.
I've never had Crystal Pepsi. You have Crystal Pepsi?
Have I read Crystal Pepsi?
Yeah.
No.
Me neither.
I hear it tastes just like regular Pepsi. Kind of like Diet Pepsi, I hear.
No, that's wrong.
Hey, Diet Dr. Pepper just tastes more like regular Dr. Pepper.
Awful?
Thanos, number 5. I have a fuck ton of books.
You do?
Thanos, number 5. What happened in this cocksucker? Thanos is held prisoner in this super security prison. Eros, Star Fox goes to talk to Terex. Just mad Terex all the time.
He's always been mad.
Yeah, and Eros is just like distracting him so the rest of his team, Champion and Thane and Nebula, can find somebody who they're keeping prisoner. It ends up being a hoax. Thane was kind of double crossing them. But Thanos is like playing like he's beat up until the warden comes in, and then Thanos rips the warden's arm off.
Oh God!
Uses the hand to get out, and now he's fighting everybody there. He goes outside, puts his helmet back on, and he's about to fight the entire army at this fucking place. And then the whole time that they were searching for somebody, they thought it was for somebody else, and it ends up being for... By the way, I didn't know Eros had this kind of powers.
I thought he just had...
I thought he just had sexual powers. Yes.
Getting dirty.
But they're there being led by Thane, but Thane's being led by Death, that Death in his ear. They are there to capture the one thing, Thane says, to help beat his father. The Phoenix Force.
Oh, God.
Yeah. First of all, how the fuck does Terex have a Phoenix Force?
Yeah, why is he just hanging out there? What's he doing?
But could you imagine Thane with the Phoenix Force?
Oh, that'd be badass.
I'm fucking excited about this book. I love this book. How are you not on this cocksucker?
I mean, I got a budget, man. I got a house.
Drop goddamn Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I just got on it.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You've never dropped it.
No, I dropped it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah?
Old Man Logan, he gets Asmodeus to send him back to his place, his timeline to save the baby from the wastelands. But Asmodeus, I guess, agrees to send him back, but never tells him exactly where he's going to send him back to. He sends him back to the War of 1812.
What a shitty war to go back to.
What?
What a shitty war to go back to.
Better than Grenada. Deadpool and the Mercs for Money to lead to us part number 3. Really weird issue. I haven't read Deadpool Spider-Man, the one that was part 2 of this, but like the mutants have taken like 30 Rock, I think it was, to be their home, and they're like putting on shows.
What?
Like they're doing like the talk shows, and then like the mutants are just like hanging out and they're just like living in society doing regular things, which is okay, but they're also being dicks to everybody. Like they're just murdering people and eating people if they need to. Like people are coming to like the big wall they have around 30. I don't know if it's 30 Rock or not, but they're like, can we go in? And they're like, you can only come in if you're going to be food for us or if you're going to be in the studio audience.
Well, that's an easy decision.
But they all dress up like underground monsters in order to get in, but it's kind of sad because like Gorilla doesn't have to, and Hitmonkey doesn't have to, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead just puts like fake horns on her head to get in. Like that's it. But then at the end, Shikla like calls on her monsters, and we find out that Gorilla is not that far separated from the monsters, and he gets controlled to attack. So he's going to attack the Mercs for Money. Underwinter number 1. Amazing art in this. Phenomenal art. Problem with it, I'm going to wait until these are out to read them together. I kind of got what was happening, and it's fucking super weird, super dark, super crazy. I'll read the next one when it comes out, but if I don't put it together, I'm going to wait and read them together because I really loved the art. I loved the idea of it. I also don't know if I focused enough while I was reading this. I think I had some other stuff going on, but I really love this book from what I got from it. There might be something I'm missing. People read books on different levels than me, I think, at some point.
Probably.
Thunderbolts number 11. Now, this book is fucking great. We find out that Kobik is the reason that Cap works for Hydra now.
Really?
This shit's all happening in this book low-key. Because if you remember, she's the Cosmic Cube personified, and we find out that the reason she did it is because she was originally created by like Red Skull and other members of Hydra, and when Bucky says he wants everything to be right, if you recall, she sends him back to World War II. And then it plays out a little scene of him meeting up with Cap again, and then getting captured, and them saying, all you got to do is say Hail Hydra, and we'll let you go. And he says, never. And then right when he's being shot off in a cannon, or shut off on a jet, Kobik like saves him and says, you messed it up. You got to say Hail Hydra. And then it like shows Cap talking and saying, "We didn't agree on this. He has, he can help us. He can do this." He's talking to like the Hydra.
Yeah.
And the Goku's like, "You were supposed to say Hell Hydra." He's like, "Everything's right if you say Hell Hydra." That's why Cap says it. He's like, because everything is right now. That's what I was taught. I was taught by Red Skull and them that if everybody Hell's Hydra, everything's okay. So she's the reason.
Jeez.
And it's fucking great.
And no one knows about it.
I think that's what Secret Empire is doing. I think that's why I see that new. By the way, I'm not fucking on it. I can't do another goddamn fucking event like that.
It supposedly is going to be the last event for at least 18 months.
18 years.
I wish. No, 18
Gonna
months.
make this fucking non-event thing legal.
Woo-hoo.
I really like this issue,
Weird.
though, and I'm really liking Thunderbolts. What was the last thing I read by Jim Zub, though? Because I liked it, whatever it was.
Oh, good old Jim Zub. He wrote yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So bad comic. What time are we at?
Woo, too long. We're at 1 hour.
So where you wanted to end?
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you want to save us for next week?
Do you have a lot to say about it?
I mean, I was fucking confused. It opens up with a guy writing a letter who, the whole thing is a letter.
Yeah.
The whole thing is a narrative in a letter being portrayed on the screen, and then at a certain point moving past that. I don't think I ever understand who Black Hood is.
I have no idea. I don't even know why he's fighting people. Do you?
For justice is what I caught. And then somebody else is Black Hood at the end.
And then there's like some TV show, movie thing or something going on.
What happened?
Like those people are making movies of superheroes getting killed or something.
I thought they were just like a comic book company and they were writing comic books.
Oh.
That's what I got from it.
Maybe that's what happened.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't hate it. I just didn't understand it.
Well, in the end, Black Hood dies. He gets shot.
He gets shot in the face, and then a guy takes his thing and he says, "I'm Black Hood now. And I love you."
Yeah.
And I know for a fact it goes up to at least number 6. At least 6.
Does Black Hood just die in every issue?
If he does, I might be in.
Yeah.
Like if there's a different Black Hood every
That'd
issue.
be pretty cool.
Because honestly, if this is what happened in this issue and then that other guy continues to be Black Hood, this should be a 0 issue.
Yeah.
I thought there should have been a 0 issue prior to this.
We have no idea who this guy was.
No!
Jesus. It was
Thank you, Impact Comics from 1991.
we need to hunt down the other 6. 5.
Trivia time, right?
Trivia!
Let's hope this works. We're in. Looks like we're on question 957. Does that sound right to you?
Sure. Sounds like you're losing.
Do you want me to check the scoreboard, brother?
Yeah, I'm winning.
By 1.
It's it's still winning.
Okay. You want to play that game? Is that the game you want to play?
I want to play trivia.
Because I have
Whoa!
something that I could have brought on this arm, on the shoulder, that I decided not to. I decided to be a good friend, not rub it in your face for a day.
Man, I'm just letting you have it so you feel better about yourself. So when I take it, you're not
First
devastated.
champion, undefeated champion.
All right, British Bulldog, let's calm down.
Pure domination. Who's the first hardcore champion? You have to know that. Come on. It was a storyline.
Really?
If I tell you the belt was made for somebody
I know it was
and given to them to be the first champion, it's simple.
Mankind?
Yeah. Yes.
That's who I was thinking. For some reason,
All right.
Gold Dust popped in my head.
Question. Nope. I wonder if he's ever been champion. Where did Iron Man and Titanium Man battle in Tales of Suspense 81 to 83? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! You want it or you giving it to me? You want it or you give it to me?
Take it.
Yes!
Fuck!
I just don't like having the second. I don't know the answer.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind.
I'd actually rather have the second one. Although the second one may be a little confusing. 957. Where did Iron Man and Titanium Man battle in Tales of Suspense number 81 to 83? A. Manhattan. B. Washington, D.C. C. Moscow. D. Stark Industries, Long Island. One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Stark Island. Nope, wrong. Stark Industries, Long Island, D. Incorrect. It's Moscow, isn't it?
Manhattan.
It's Washington, D.C.
Oh, we both.
D.C. Okay. 958. Here we go. Who is Odin's wife? A. Sigyn. B. Freya. C. Frigga.
Ooh.
Or D. Gaia.
I want to say it's Freya, but it's got to be Freya. Gaia's that tree they have. Is he fucking a tree?
I don't think you know who Gaia is. Gaea. I'll explain it after the thing.
Oh, so it might be that. What you trying to tell me?
I'm not trying to tell you.
Oh, give me Freya. Just because
You want B, Freya?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Damn it, who is it?
Correct answer is C, Frigga. We talked about that before, remember?
Yeah, we did, but I don't remember the conclusion.
By the way, Gaia is the Earth Mother, Thor's mother, who Odin had sex with to have Thor.
I thought there was a tree.
No. By the way, did you ever play Legacy of Gaia?
Yeah. Long time ago.
That fucking final boss that just has his hands over the fucking castle?
Well, I've never gotten that far.
Oh, I beat it.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to play that.
Don't really remember it being good. 'Cause it was on Super NES.
Yeah, everyone enjoys it. I think it's pretty.
All right. 9:59. Here we go. Who or what?
Let the dogs out.
Who is Ultimo? A gigantic robot that serves the Mandarin. B, the Red Skull's fourth sleeper. C, an alien robot also known as the Colossus. D, an evil robot created by Henry Pym. I think it's A or C. I don't think he's an alien, though. So I think he's a gigantic robot that serves the Mandarin. A. By the way, the cover to the second part of this story arc is the Iron Man I have tattooed on my leg. So, A.
Nice.
Correct.
All
By the way,
right.
it's not his first story arc. It's just one of the Iron Man story arcs.
Okay.
But Ultimo, it's Iron Man after he's battle damaged by Ultimo. 91? Iron Man 91? I should know that,
You
right?
should know that, right?
960. 960, it's 1-0. Who is Amora? A-M-O-R-A. A, one of the Norms. B, Loki's wife. C, Mother Night. D, the Enchantress.
The Enchantress.
D, the Enchantress. Correct. You know that?
Yeah.
Or did you take a guess?
No, I knew.
You fucking guessed. You guesser.
Whatever, it's tied up. Guess or no?
1-1, 961. Here we go. Who is Scourge? S-K-U-R-G-E.
Scourge.
A, the Executioner. B, a warrior rock troll. C, an assassin of supervillains. Or D, an immense dragon. Rock troll stuck out to me. Sounds like a troll name. B, warrior rock troll. Incorrect.
Ooh.
Did you know?
No.
It is A, the Executioner. God damn it. 962. What did the Red Skull do to Manhattan in Tales of Suspense number 90? A, invaded with his army of exiles. B, used the cosmic cube to seal it off from the world. C, destroyed buildings in a terror attack. Or D, captured and levitated the island into the sky.
Give me sealed it off.
You want to use the cosmic cube to seal it off from the world?
Yeah.
B? Incorrect. Correct answer is D. Captured and levitated the island into the sky. Took Magneto's fucking stilo on that one.
Yeah, what a badass.
963. It's 1-1 still, right?
Yeah.
Who was Irma Kroll in Tales of Suspense number 97 to 100? A, Mother Knight. B, an agent of Baron Zemo. C, Sharon Carter in disguise. Or D, an elderly Nazi from World War II. I don't know. A, Mother Knight. The only time I've ever run into Mother Knight is that run of hers in Captain America, like Captain America 300s. But A, Mother Knight. Incorrect. Correct answer is C, Sharon Carter in disguise. Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
This question is awesome.
Oh, man.
You're going to love it. What is the Red Skull's theme music?
What?
A, the Third Reich's national anthem.
Oh, God.
B, Wagner's Ride of the Valkyries, which, by the way, is also Daniel O'Brien's. C, Chopin's Funeral March. Or D, Beethoven's Fifth Symphony.
What the fuck kind of question is this?
A real one.
Okay, give me Chopin's Funeral March.
Chopin's Funeral March, C? What the fuck? What the fuck? We're playing on the way out, by the way. No, we're not. God damn it. How do you know that?
Who doesn't know that?
Okay, 2-1. Which member of Zodiac
Read a book.
was Cornelius Van Zunt? Nope, Van Lunt. Doesn't matter. A, Aries, B, Leo, C, Scorpio, D, Taurus. It's a fucking total guess. I'm a Taurus, so I'm going D. Ha ha! 2-2.
Look at you. Damn it.
2-2. Here
Damn
we
it.
go.
I can win this, right?
Yeah, I went first. I don't like going first.
Yeah.
I was pumped about it.
You
and
were.
I realized I don't like
Yeah,
going
wow.
first.
You messed up.
God damn it. Yeah, you can win it here.
Come on.
Why did Steve Rogers quit being Captain America? In Captain America number 175, in 1974? A. He was fired by the U.S. government. B. He was disillusioned with the government. C. He was injured. D. He was framed as a criminal. Crazy part is, all these happened at some point.
Yeah, I know. So, which one is it? Is this when he became U.S. agent? No, I mean he didn't. Did he? Was he using? No. Give me the disillusion with the government.
He was disillusioned with the government.
Yeah.
B. For the win.
For the win. Yes. Yes. Oh.
Where's my pen?
On that chair.
I can't mark it without a pen.
I'll get it.
I can't. We got a poster to give away. You didn't bring it up. All right. Well, you're up 7-5.
7-5. What?
Next week we start 967. Which new identity did Steve Rogers adopt after quitting being Captain America in Captain America number 175?
Huh.
I promise you, the one you guess is not even one of the answers.
Really? Okay, good.
So, you want again? When are you making a belt for this thing so I can win that?
I haven't made it. I just got to spray paint it.
Okay.
It's not the best.
Oh, boy.
It's the one I wore to WrestleMania.
Oh, okay.
He's put together. Redid.
So we're done.
Done.
You're trying to get out of here? There's too much time off the clock already.
No, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of weird people in my house downstairs right now. That I don't even know.
You just want to hang out then? So keep going.
No.
Keep it going. Well, we got time.
I gotta get the wife muffin papers or something. I don't know. What? I don't know. Like things you put in muffin pans to make muffins?
What?
Muffin liners? Cupcake liners?
I can promise you none of those are the right names.
What are they called? Exactly.
They're called muffin toes.
You're muffin toes!
Toes.
Toes?
Yeah. Actually called baking toads.
Are they? Is this
Yes.
real? I think you're making this up.
Google it.
I don't care enough to.
Thank you.
What an awful human being.
Okay, we're done then. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, whatever. Plug your shit, all the shit.
You can watch him retain his title on our game channel. That's a Tryhards Gaming.
Did they watch it win me on there yet? Did they watch me win on there yet?
You can also watch him win.
Is it up?
Then, no, it will be tomorrow. Check him out. Breakdown Brand on YouTube. At Breakdown Brand on Twitter. Stickinator on YouTube. At Stickosaurus on Twitter. Earbones Comics on YouTube. Earbones Podcast on Twitter. Got the Hulkamaniac over here. Check us out.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Okay. All right.
Spill over myself.
Yeah, that's me.
Thank you for watching. Appreciate you, every one of you. On behalf
We love you.
of the Dirty Monsoon.
Dirty Monsoon. What is it? Like a shit monsoon? What is that? What is a dirty monsoon?
On behalf of the bottomless chair, I am Brand the Ears, the champion. Reminding you that if any time you're worried about anything, ignore the Dirty Monsoon. Fucking love that name. And ask yourself, in times of crisis, what would Rick Jones do?